configuration not done properly. First, domain controller configuration we have to do it. Then just click on the save button here. Just click on the approve button that will be added here. Just click on the approve button. So then you see that will be added here. So then that will be added. Your system ECD is getting included into the NW1 domain controller. NW1 domain controller here. That will be added here. Right? So then in the ECP also you can add here. ECP also you can add here. Log into the table 0, not the ECD, ECP system. So you can log into the table 0 client. Then basis user or DDIC, any user can log in. Just go to the STMS, just give the NW1. Then we can make like a this system here. Okay, this system will go and add it to the here. Log into the domain control system. Right, log into the domain control system here. Then new system has been added ECB. Just click on the approve button. When you click on the approve button, that will be added. Routes and everything will be distributed here. Configuration will be distributed here. That's done. Okay. So like that, we have to configure it here. That's what we discussed yesterday. But when I check it today, it's not correctly configured. So okay, that is done. It is activated. See here, it's green status. Then in the same domain controller, we can configure the routes here, ECD to NW1, NW to ECP. Yeah, that is fine. However, you want to decide which system is your domain controller system, which system is your that system. That is your wish. How you want to define it, that is our wish. So, but make sure the developments to quality, quality to production, like that we have to move the routes here, like that we have to move it here. So you can also configure like this also we can configure it. So however you want to configure, where how the data should go from suppose like three systems in the landscape. Suppose like ECD is your development system, ECP is your quality system, NW1 is your production system. Suppose example, right? Just you can make it as like this here, right? So like this also you can configure it here, right? So like this also we can configure it, or we want to configure differently, right? Suppose like example, so what I will do here, so we can also like two systems, ECD and ECP systems. Only two systems assume. You have only two systems in the landscape that you configured, right? So that we have done it here. But one system is left. So what I will do here, I will ECD, if you release it, it will go to the ECP as well as the ECD as well. ECD as well. I will like that. I will. So really, we can configure it. Means we can also change the routes. Everything we can change it here. That is also possible here. Or two development system, one production system. Also we can do that one. Means just you can pick up this one. You can make it here, right? So manual configuration. Then just click on the root configuration. Then you can just give to the here, right? Then what is that transport layer from ECD to ECP? That is the customization layer here. The customization Z and W1 layer. You can configure it. So right, then click on the OK button. Click on the save button. So which means you can also customize it the route, however you want to do it here. So which means NW1, ECD are the two development systems, but P is the production. So if the people, some people they will do the developments here, some people they will do the developments here. If you do the developments here, it will go to the production. If you do the development system here, it will go to the production as well here, right? Both the things it will go to the systems here. Like that, you have distributed here. Like that also we can configure it. Like that also we can configure it here. right? That is your wish, how you want to define as per your company policies. So you can define it here, which means, so here two development systems. So then both the changes will go to the productions only, right? So like that also we can define it here. So or if you want to go revert back, whatever, however you want to define it, go to the change mode. So you can, whatever you want to define, you can define it here, right? So that's also possible here. So now, okay, configuration is done. TMS configuration is done here. Once the configuration is done here, what are the next steps here? Next steps here, right? Once the configuration is done, so next step here, right? So next step is the, so here in the TMS configuration, there are the three steps here. Total three steps here in the TMS configuration here. In the TMS configuration, there are the three steps here. One is the configuration of the transports, so TMS configuration, routes, layers. Yesterday we done it. Then next one is the TR creation. So request creation instead of TR, request creation, request creation. Then so request import by basis team. So request creation by, so dev or functional teams, right? PR creation done by, so we means basis team here, basis team here. So first part, what is done? 000 client, we have to configure the all those things here, right? Then request creation will be done by the your development and functional teams here. Development and functional teams, we have to configure it here, right? How to do that one here? To perform this one, you need to go to SE01 or SE09 or SE10 transaction codes. To perform the request creation, we need to go to transaction, this transaction codes we have to go, and we have to create the request. Request has the types of requests are there. Suppose like if you go to the basis user, then just go to the SE09 or SE01 or anywhere you can go ahead. Just click on the create the request. The request has, so these three types may workbench request, customization request, transport of copies. Normally this option we will use during the refresh time, system refresh time. That time we will use the this request. So transport of copies here, right? Then customization request here. Customization means client specific request. Customization means client specific request, specific to this client only. Specific to this client only, we have to do it here. Means specific to this system, specific to this client only. That type of local request, I mean to say customization means local changes, the changes which are applicable for in this landscape only, that is the customization. Workbench means repository changes, cross client and other systems also you can import it. That is called the workbench request, right? So you can import. Normally people will use the workbench request. Click on the create button. So what type of data your description, you need to give the description here. Suppose like I want to move the TBDLS, the logical system changes. Logical system changes. Okay. So what is the target system? P production. Click on the OK button. Then the request is created. The request got created here, right? 361, 362. This is the main request. This is the sub request here. Request means that is called the transport request here. Whenever you click on the create button, the request is created. SID with K9 and 5 digits number will be created here. System auto generated that one. But SCD is the ECD, then K9, then number 0001, 0002, 0304, something like that number will be created here. So this is the kind of a transport request, right? In this request, we have to add our objects, data. Which data? You don't want to copy the entire client data. Only which data you want to transfer. Only client specific data. So like what is the table? Is it object, class, function, structures, data? Data means object means all will come, right? So it kind of a carry back. Request is kind of a carry bag here. We need to have the carry bag to carry our shit from shopping mall to your home, right? So that is required here, right? Whenever you purchase any item from the shopping mall, they will provide you the one carry bag. In that carry bag, you will carry the your object. Your object you will carry to your home. Object means either shirt or t-shirt or whatever it may be. You can just carry to your home, right? That is the carry bag will be used. So from here also there is a request, right? Request will be used here. There is a request will be used here, right? This is the request here. Request here, right? That is the request. In this request, you need to add the objects here. In this request, you can add the objects here. Just to go to the here. Just this is the two requests will be created. One is the main request. This is the task. So in this task, we have to add the data here. Or we can just click on the main request. Here you need to add the objects. So here we need to follow the some syntax here. So like R3TR. So what type of objects you are traveling to, you are transporting to, or you are moving to, you are carrying to other system, right? So only I need one table data, right? Table data I want to move here. Then table TABU. So table means TABU data. We have to move it here. That's why this will be done by the your functional folks here, right? Our development team. So by because this creation procedure, the request creation, adding the data to the transport request will be a some challenging work here for you if you are in the initial test later. So here I'm adding the TBDLS logical system name here, right? Just click on the enter button. Then here you can just type the star all the table fields. Okay, that's done. So done, right? TVDL means this table data I want to transport to the production system, right? So, but this table, let me see how many entries are there. Go to the SE66 TBDLS. Just want to check how many entries are there here. There are the 13 entries are there here. There are the 13 entries are there, but there is nothing is there here. Only 13 entries are there here. So which means let me check in the production. Why? Because in the development 13 entries are there. If I go to so BD 64, no 54, right? 54 is the so this creation here. Let me go to BD 54. BD 54. So you have the entries, a lot of entries are there here. So that's fine. These many entries are there here. These many. So entries are there here. You can see there are a lot of entries are there here. 396 entries are there here. So which means in the development we have only small entries here, right? Instead of that, so we can transport it. Like go to the so whatever you created, right? Go to SE01, SE09, whatever the request you created, right? So suppose like some table logical system field you created that we can transport it. Otherwise, what we can do, we can create the one more request. So one more request here. So n number of requests we can create it, we can transport it here. Right? We can pack in the request here, creation of the request here, workbench request. Here, what you are trying to do now, let's what we can move it here. Hmm, data we require. That's why developers knows all those things here. But so what we can do, user user movement. from one system to other system here. Just click on this one. There is a one more request got created. Just you can release the request without data also we can release it, right? Request is in the modifiable status, right? So if you want to import the transport request here, there is a sequence of activities here. It should be modifiable status here, then modifiable, then we have to release the tr, then we have to import the request, release the tr, and we have to import the request here. We have to import the request here. That is what we have to do. We have to release and we have to import the transport request here. That's what we have to do it in the systems here, right? We need to just click on the release. After adding the data, we can release it. Empty request also we can release it here. So now TR got released. What is the request number? 363, right? TR got released here. So released means you have exported, released. Data got released here. Once the TR is released, then only we have to import it. Then they will contact basis team, high basis team. So we have so we have released the transport request. Could you please import? So to import the transport request is our responsibility. This is we have to do it. This is our purely our work. If you are not sure about this second point number 2, just ignore it. Okay, they will take care of. But step number 3, daily, every day we need to do this kind of work. We have to do it, right? So that for that one, so log into the target system, which system you have to import it, then target system, target client, then go to the STMS transaction code, then select the queue, which select the buffer. In the buffer, we have the request, select buffer, which buffer you have the request, then select the transport request, which request you want to click on import truck symbol. Click on the import request. Means import truck. You have to click it out. That will be imported. You see here. So 363. Go to the STMS. Click on the import overview. Select the system. Which system you want to import it here. Just click on the refresh button here. So then all the requests will come into the in this list here. Buffer. This is called the queue. In this queue, it will come into the in this queue here. Development, production, and NW1, it will come to the in this queue here, right? So ECP, go to the here. Where is our request? This is the 363 is our request here. All right, 363 is our request here. Here they are asking us to import it here, right? So select the request here. Click on the import. So they are the two truck symbol here. Import all request. This is a some kind of like dangerous option. Don't click this one. Just only select the import request. There is the semi-loaded truck button. There is a full load truck button here. So don't click the full load. Only use the semi-load button. Just click on the import request. Then which client you are going to import? Which client you are going to import? 800 client. Then select the client name, right? So immediate you want to transfer the request or you want any scheduled time here, right? So then execution. So you want to execution you want how you want to start synchronously or asynchronously here. So normally default option only we will use it here. Asynchronously means so your dialog work process, batch work process released. When you click the import is started, when the import is started, the dialog or batch work process released. When you click on the synchronous means your work process is attached, blocked until import is completed. Your work process is blocked status here. That will happen. So normally we will use this option. Import options here. Import options here. This is called the how you want to import here. So already data is there. You want to import the request again. Again, you want to import it. You want to override the originals. Same data is available. You want to override this. Otherwise, I don't want to override. You want to ignore the invalid component version. Source and targets are different. You want to ignore. You want to ignore the invalid component. These are the options normally. Every company has their own options. We need to select it while importing here, right? Some companies they won't select. Some companies they will select first to last one. That is their wish, right? So whatever they want to select it, you can select it. Target client, click on the import, continue, then continue yes, then TR will be imported. There is a truck symbol. Import is running here, right? Just if we click on the so next button, then TR is imported successfully. Sir, how can I know? Means here there is no truck symbol, but here in the RC column, we have the status code 0. We got it here. Sir, what is mean by status code 0? What is mean by status code 8? What is mean by status code 12 means? So there is a color coding is there here. So if the status code is 0, 4, 8, 12, there the 4 written codes are there here. 0 means TR imported successfully. Then 4 is TR imported with warnings. TR imported with warnings here. Right? 8. So one or more object got failure. One or more object got failure here. Right? 12 means it's a system error. 12 means it's a system error here. So that is the 0, 4, 8, 12 here. Right? So 0.
చూడరా నాకు ఇక్కడ టికెట్ వచ్చిన టీమ్స్ లో మెసేజ్ వచ్చా టికెట్ వస్తే ఎక్కువ
That should what is to okay. 0, 4, 8, 12. 0, 4, 8, 12. 0 means TR successfully imported. 4 means TR imported with warnings. 8 means one or more objects. If you these two are there, TR is successfully imported, we can find. If the RC8, which means RC8 means it's a owner, TR owner who created that transport request. It's their responsibility to fix the issue. 12 means it's our responsibility to check the system issues and everything. That I will tell you. If the RC12, what are the common issues we may face it, that I will explain it. Okay, don't worry. But so before that, you should know about the TR creation, right? And TR import procedure here. How to import the TR? Go to the queue, select which TR you want to import, then select click on the import button. Then what are the options? So if you don't select the option, sometimes it will be failed. TR will be failed. TR will not be imported. See here, you will get this type of extras. So in that case, what we have to do? Invalid component versions. The version is mismatching source and target. Then right click and ignore the invalid component version. Then import it here. Import it here. Right? You can import it here. Right? See here, you are importing. So truck symbol. So where can we check the date logs whether it's imported or not? See here, it is importing, right? So still it is importing here. Sir, here if you go to the here, so what is there in this request? Check. Oh my God, all users are. We need to cancel the TR immediately. It's imported. Catch. It's a dangerous activity. TR import is the very dangerous activity here. Why? Because so if something wrong, all the data will be removed from the target system, means our source system. Now in these tables are there, so I need to check the all the users, what happened with the all the users here. Why? Because there is a users field that we imported. So I think all users are gone. See here, wrongly I imported whatever the users are there in the target ECP. All users are gone now. Shut. That's why I won't import any data to production. If you import the data to the production, what will happen? So someone if wrongly copied the data, whatever the data is there in the user's data and everything in the ECD, T means development, all the data came to the P as well. P, we have the n number of users are there in the P. We can go to the SE16. There is a USR02 table here. I can check how many entries are there here. Seven double six. There's some different naming convention. You got it. What is that? Yeah, something is happened. See, after TR import, everything got crashed here, right? So crashed means so users are not displaying correctly. So that's why TR while importing the TR to the production, carefully we need to perform. Otherwise, we have a loss of activity here. That's what we may face it here. That's why carefully we need to check all those things in the systems. While importing the transport request, carefully we need to plan it. Otherwise, we may face the issues here, right? So that is the one thing here. So creation of the request. Now, whatever data is there here in the this table data, they have selected only small request, or not all the tables also they have not selected. Only less things they have selected. Normally, the user ID field should be displayed like this, but it's showing the different number. So something wrong in that fields. Something wrong in that fields here. So which is wrong, right? So wrongly imported the TR, which caused the user's data got corrupted. User's data got corrupted. So that's what. So it's happened here. So that's why while importing the TR, we have to carefully import the TR. Okay, especially production systems, especially for the production systems. So we have to check the approval procedure. We have to check the approval procedure here in the production system here. Approval procedure, we need to check it out. If the approvals are in place, then only we have to import to the production systems. Okay, and only we have to import to the production systems, right? So once again, how to create the TR, how to import the transport request means just to go to the SE01 transport request is 01. Just click on the create. Okay, so at the workbench request or customization request, select it. Just click on the create. So what you can do, short description. And you can put any data description, anything what you are trying to move, like either like goods movement or company code movement, company code changes. So whatever it may be, just select it. You will get the request number. So then people will add the data to here. People will add the data to here. They will add the data inside of the. They will pack the data. So otherwise, we can also release the request, empty request also we can import it as a testing purpose here, right? So it's a 365 request number, right? It is released. Released means exported here. Then we can log into the target system STMS, go to the import overview. Which system you want to import? Select that system. So normally you will get the request like please import to the respect to target system here, respect to target system here, right? Select it here, right? Select the request, which request you want to import. Then select the queue and request, which request you want to import, right? So which request 365, right? 365. Select it, click on the import button. Then which client you want to import, which client you want to import. Any client you can select it. So then what you want to try is so which options you want to select it, right? Go back, click on the yes symbol, right? So then it will ask the, so that client number we have to provide it, but that's fine. So now see here TR is getting imported. Import is running. Here we can check the logs. Go to TP system log. Here we can check how many, what is the, whether import is running or not. We can check it out here with the today's date. Refresh. So it is imported, right? Return code 0, RC code 0, which means successfully imported. Here you have the import history, import monitor, import history. We can check the from 29th to today how many requests are imported. I want to check the, so last 1 year, 2023 to today, how many requests are imported. There is a 43 requests got imported. So like that also we can check it out. That is called the import history. Import related logs we can check. TP system log, TP system log we need to check here. TP system log we have to check here, right? Import monitor, we can monitor the how many requests are imported here. We can monitor it here, right? So this is a, so suppose like import is not happening, tr import failure. So the issues are there. There are common issues while importing the transport request, that I will explain it. But so while importing the transport request, here, while importing the transport request here, so we need to make sure what are the options you are choosing here, right? This is a very important. What is your company is following? Based on that, you can select your options here, right? Which client you are importing. All those things are very, very important here. All those things are very, very important thing here. Okay. So that is the one thing of the request imports here. Okay. So you can also transport something differently. We can transport it. Suppose like I want to transport the role. So role transports, whatever you want to transport, we can transport it here. So based upon this one, so based upon this STMS, based upon these routes, see here. So here the routes you created. So development to ECP it is going. But if you do the development from NW1 also, it will go to the ECP also. It will go to the ECP also. It will go to the ECP also. It will go here. So how you want to create the connection? No, I don't want to this one. I want to ECP2 again NW1 means you need to remove this route. You need to just point this one to here like this. You have to point it, right? That is also possible. How you want to define? You can define it here, your routes. So this is the way we have to import the transport requests, right? So transport request. What is transport request means? The request contains one or more objects which we have to import it. Who will do the request creation? Development team. Then we have to import it. Before importing, if you are unable to see the request in the buffer, then they have not released. Then you have to release the transport request. Then only we have to do the imports, right? Only import option will be done by we. So we have to select what to import the transport request. They will ask you, hi base system, could you please import the transport request to the particular so and so system. Then we have to log into the system with your user. Then go to PF, sorry, go to STMS transaction code. So go to the import overview, select the SKU, refresh. Then so just click on the select the request, just click on the import. Which client? So client, which client? So you have the multiple clients, you need to ask the client. Then you can ask them which which are the import options. Click on the yes button. Then the request is getting imported. One request you can import to the multiple times also we can import it, right? That is possible. Then that's done. Successfully imported. We can see the logs here in the TP system log or import history, import monitor also. We can see the logs here, import history, import monitor also. We can see the logs here, what's happening and all those things. We can see it here. The 65 is the request number. We can also import it here, right? 365. We can see it is imported. So by TMS here, while importing here, TMS ADM user, TMS RFC destinations, one background job in the backend. Go to the, if you go to the SM37, so there is a RDD IMPDP background job here. RDD IMPDP background job here. That will be imported. That will be triggered. Whenever clicking on the import button, this job will be triggered. This is the one important thing. If this job is not running, then we cannot import the transport request. This job is not running, we cannot import the transport request here. That is the one important thing here, right? So that is the transport import procedure. Here creation import procedure here. So what are the common issues we may face it here, right? What are the common issues? So common issues means TR common issues means when importing the TR, it will get failed with the RC12. If the RC12, if you got RC12 here, so then what are the common issues here? So either user, the TMS ADM user got failure or locked status, then RFC destinations here, which means like a, so TMS star RFC destinations got not working. Then there is a job that is called the RDD IMPDP job. Then there are no free BTC work process, right? What is the relation of the BTC work process means whenever you are importing the transport request here, so there is a user who will drive the, so who will drive, job is the truck. Suppose example, job is like a truck, user is like a driver, truck driver, destinations is a road, work process are like a fuel. So if you want to run the job, you need the background work process should be free, right? If you don't have the background work process, what will happen? Job will not run, right? SM37 jobs will not run. Correct, right? It's correct. So means if your truck is there, if there is no fuel, how the truck will move? Truck will not move, right? Same. So if the truck is there, fuel is there, the road is blocked, then how the transport is moved? So both are there, but the driver is not correct. Driver is not there. Then the road is there, truck is there, fuel is there, the driver got stuck, means locked status. Then, so in these four options here, if anyone is not working, in this out of this four, so anyone is not working, then your TR will not imported. So TMS ADM is locked means if you can go to the SC01, we can unlock it, right? RFC destinations are not working means we can go SM51, we can check it out. So RDD IMPDB job is not running, we can go to SM37, we can check it out. So then how to schedule it means we can go to the SA38, run the report is called the RDD new PP, RDD new PP, we can run it here, right? So we can check it out. This is SM50 or SM66, you can check it out. So the mainly the common question is they will ask you like in case of the job is not running, in case of job is not running, in case of job is not running, like RDD, IMP, job is not running. So what will happen? Then we need to execute the report called the RDD new PP report. We have to execute. The job is not running, then we have to execute the report called the RS. The report we have to execute in the SA38. You need to log into the SA38, then RDD new PP. So this is a common question here. In case of what's happening? In case of okay, 000 client, we have to execute this one. 000 client, we have to execute this one here. So we have to execute from the 000 client only. Make sure you need to execute this from the 000 client here. Go to SA38. So then RDD. So new PP report we have to execute. So we have to execute in the normal or high priority. Then the background job is in the 000 client. It is scheduled here. So we have to execute from the 000 client. Right, the report in case of job is not running, then you don't need to release it, just run the report, we have to execute. This is the one of the common question. Transport request is not getting imported, what would be the reason? So which means our transport request is longer running, it's not getting imported, what and all you checks. Might be issues with the RDD IMPDP job. I will check in the SM37. If the job is not running, then I will go and schedule the report in SA30. Right, I will go and schedule the report. RDD new PP report, I will schedule it here. Right, RDD new PP report, I will schedule it here. Okay, that is the one thing here. So there is a free work process also, we need to check it out here. Right, RFC destination and all those things we need to cross check. All the things we have to cross check here. This is the one thing here. This is the one thing here. We need to cross check all those things here. Okay. So this is the one new thing we need to check. If any case of any transport issues, we need to check if the transport request is not getting imported, it's running from longer time. What could be the reason? Means this either any one of these four reasons can cause the TR issues. So you need to remember all those things here. Written codes 0, 4, 8, 12 are the written codes here. Okay. So that is the transport. To import the transport request means go to the STMS transaction code. Go to the STMS transaction code. So select the queue, import memory, which system you want to import, select the system. Then, so which transport request you want to import, just transport, select it, click on the import button. Click on the import button here. Like that, we have to import the transport request. Okay, that is what we have to do it in the systems. So now we got the error, this error. So something like table is unknown here, right? Let's see what's happening here. ECC SA38 get results. So there is some program errors we are getting. So check that one in the error. Troubleshoot it. What's happening here? So I thought all the jobs will get cancelled now. Let's see how many jobs are running in the system. So it's running. Any failure jobs? So some jobs got failure. What could be the reason? DDIC. The logon of user DDIC failed when starting the step. So these jobs are getting failed. So DDIC user got locked in the 001 system. So which you have to unlock it. Then jobs will not fail it here. Okay, that's what you need to do it. Let me check any other issues here. Something wrong after the table import, after the TR import. I don't see here the users. See here that the user field got changed. Everything got changed here, which means the TR not correctly imported here. The TR not correctly imported here.
Now we can see that import history and then we
TR
can
imported, but the person who added all the entries, the person who added the table entries is not added all the dependency tables also. That's why it's partially imported, partially updated here. Means is that he is, I think he is trying to, he added, even I also, I need to check that one. Even I have not checked and just click on the import truck symbol. So once the TR imported, we cannot roll back. This is a one perfect example. See, once the TR imported, we cannot roll back the systems. Now you see, I am unable to log into this super admin user also here. So I'm unable to import the super admin. Because this user also gone, nothing is there, this user.
this will be there in the import history, no sir. So from there
What
we
is
can find the history. From there we can see which transaction it happened what, and from there we can again copy to this transporters.
we can
Because
export it, but the source we have to, it should be there, right?
find out. But
This is the ideas. The source we don't have this users actually. We have to create
okay.
manually. So all users got locked. Oh my God.
Sir, is there any way like to means like to cancel that means like already it is
Imported,
imported, right?
yeah. Once it is
So
imported, then we
can't we
cannot.
revert back
It's not
or
possible.
revoking
Only TR import is not possible. Once before
through
import,
back end level
yeah,
also?
yeah, yeah.
Or,
That's why production, when you are importing, your customer has to agree that one. They have to approve the transport request. Your change management team, they have to approve. These changes are going to production. It will not crash anything. So if it's a real production systems, there is a big mistake. We have done it currently.
This we can find it in the file system levels.
Yeah, we can find out multiple ways, but see multiple users unable to log in. So I'm not sure how to unlock and I need to do it. But that's what. So real time also when in the non-production system, there is no impact. Production systems, when you are importing to the production, we need to check whether you have approvals in place or not. Whether this transport request is imported to the any other non-production system, is there any issues? No issues, then you can import it. So carefully we need to do these changes here. So importing we will do it, but inside of the data is very important, how they are putting. If they miss the dependency, entire system will be crashed. So that will create the problem. So, but for now that's fine. So just only we are able to log in with the basis user, you can practice it. But if it is same work done by the basic, so real time, then other users may face like they are unable to log in. Then we may face the lot of issues, right? A lot of issues, restore. Sometimes we may have to do the restore also. Sometimes you have to do the restore of the systems here. See, everything you are getting the authorized, unauthorized, unauthorized. So something has happened that got created the noise, something. Okay, let me check. So that's why that's fine. That's not a problem. Only users and the roles got corrupted. So real time when you are doing, so care